Okay, so as you know that the Dr. Peter Groenewald for President campaign has caught fire amongst black voters on social media. So in this video, we're going to show you what the word on the street is. But if you stay with me until my biblical reaction, not only will you have a video you want to share with everybody, but you'll get an understanding of what this shift really means that I have not heard anyone break down so far. And it's very exciting on our journey because, like you know, South Africa will prosper. You ready? Okay, press like and let's hear what are these people saying. What's going on with people in South Africa? Guys, guys, how dumb do you have to be to not see when something is an absolute mess? You're still busy with a tribal mentality of I am this, I am that. Guys, black people have failed to govern us. You keep talking about them because you want to get a seat, you want to get a position. Guys, let's agree. Black people have failed to govern us. Guys, stop lying to each other. And stop influencing people with nonsense. People have decided now that they want to vote for this white man here. Guys, leave them to vote for this man. I mean, black people have failed. Crime is too much. Even when you're sleeping, you're not safe. While a black person is in charge. And you guys say, no, I want this party now, I want this party now. But what stopped those people from governing properly? Because all those people come from the ANC. Right now, people have made a decision. I mean, like Eastern Cape, everyone has stood up saying, we go with this boo. With this white person. And you guys are like, remember what white people did to us? Oh, but what are black people doing to us? Oh, they are abusing us right now. They are abusing us now. It's changing. If it was up to me, guys, I'd say no, let's change for now. Let's go to white people. Our fathers had jobs. Our fathers had homes. Our fathers were able to raise us. Our fathers had homes in Joburg and wherever. But for our generation, you can't even get an RDP house. But you all are still busy. You know what Afrikaners did to us. Yeah, but what has the black person done to us? You are busy influencing us, or black or white people will oppress us.
Umuntu omnyama njengamanje uphethe but sihlukumeza bheka ingane.
A black person is in charge now and is oppressing us now.
Zenu bafethu zidla ama drugs.
Look, your kids are doing drugs.
Semakhoneni.
They're on street corners.
Akusena youth, akusena
There's no youth, there's no
abantu bayabulawa fethu.
People are getting killed.
Because nina senivotela bona laba bantu laba babungozi.
Because you are still voting for these dangerous people.
Phela abantu basiphethe nenejoke ukuthi mhlambe bangenza behluleka babe kule party le ANC.
These other ones that you're talking about, they were in the ANC. So that's the messaging on the street from this video. I want to show you another one. Listen to this guy. Hey, you guys forget quickly. Let me remind you something about these ones. These ones, when they were still in charge, if you worked for them and then you die, if someone who's a breadwinner at home dies and works for these ones, they would come fetch your child to come and replace your post at the job. Because these ones understood that every household has a breadwinner. So if the breadwinner dies, they will go fetch someone from that home. So bekuthathwa ingane yakho oyizalayo izofakwa emsebenzi. Umsebenzi wawo generational kuyakudala. Work used to be generational those days.
Njengoba ingasekho nje imsebenzi manje.
Even though there are no jobs now.
Kudala laba beba understand ukuthi umsebenzi must be generational so that kungazothi makushona ibreadwinner bese kuyalanjwa emakhaya.
These ones understood that work must be generational so that if the breadwinner dies, nobody goes hungry. This is the word on the street.
Guys, if black leadership.
Guys, if there's anyone who says they still want black leadership,
South Africa or South Africa,
that person is not South African or doesn't come from South Africa.
You won't come as South Africa because this black government in South Africa in particular, I save even one South African citizen.
This black government doesn't serve even one South African citizen.
I receive you because even those tax.
Even the ones who have jobs, ooh, what it's doing to them with taxes.
Tax is abuser through tax.
They're still abusing them through taxes.
So obviously against when you
so this government hates you. You love them, they hate you.
Tax. And
because they blacksome you with tax.
For some by law they're not even gaining anything. Hey, let's gather. Bring a change.
Hey, let's gather, guys, and go there and go to the boors. They will bring change.
The majority. Understand?
To the majority. You understand me? This is the word on the street, guys. So not everyone is saying that. There are some who are just talking policy.
Manifesto VF Plus mayelana nomnotho.
This is the manifesto of the VF Plus concerning the economy.
Kodwa ngizokhuluma ngopetrol kuphela ke manje.
But I'm only going to talk about petrol. So there are some of these who are talking about the facts, but the main messaging is we're sick and tired of black leadership. We need Afrikaner leadership now, or white leadership. So this is the word on the street. Now, why would I be excited about this? Is this the type of stuff I'll be saying on my videos going forward? Absolutely not. Am I happy it's being said? Absolutely. If you're too educated, what you will hear are white supremacist talking points. The problem now is, how do you fight white supremacy coming out of a black mouth? You stuck. ANC, what are you going to do? EFF, what are you going to do? MK, what are you going to do? They're saying white people govern better, but they are black. So you can't pull the AfriForum gimmicks on them. Stuck. But what's happening in the meantime. This is what most people miss. First of all the sacred cows that the ANC EFF MK relies on are being bulldozed over. The first sacred cow is that apartheid is not a time in history, but it's a trigger. People must just hear apartheid and lose their minds. That sacred cow is being stabbed in the neck. This is unstoppable. Sacred cow number 2 is that blacks must protect blacks. That keeps the ANC, EFF and MK going. Because you must just say blacks are 100% wonderful people with Ubuntu and whites are 100% demonic apartheid people. That sacred cow is being killed all over the streets of social media. Sacred cow number 3. Some person came to oppose these people and put up a video of an Afrikaner who was fighting with a black guy at a garage, and he was in a van, and as he drives away and he's swearing at him, he says, Futsek, I think, and he says, I hate black people, as he drives off. So the guy starts the video with that and then comes and says, guys, white people don't love you. This thing of yours, and 90% of comments are black, and they're saying, aye, we go with Peter Grunewald. We're not getting involved in this fight of yours. And some are going, show us the whole video, give us context. Never in the history of South Africa since 1994 has racism not just been a trigger that shuts down the brain. And these people are not thinking these thoughts for the first time, but what's happening is the programming in the history of watching people get necklaced led up to a 30-year period where all black people who had a different thought kept it to themselves. But now it's different. They're coming out on social media with their faces and saying, hey, we going with this guy. We going with the white guy. We going with the Afrikaner. So that sacred cow is being destroyed. Sacred cow number 4 is that white guilt is no longer assumed. That means if you're a white guy and you meet a black guy, now you don't know if he's an EFFer who wants you to come with white guilt and tell them how you love black people and you've got a black friend, so I'm cool. Because if it's EFF, maybe they need to hear that. But if you meet a black person on these videos, you will offend them. So that means we can't assume that white guilt is how you are nice to a black person, because they may be offended because you are working against their politics, which are, just talk to me as an individual, let's just talk about things. Don't tell me, don't apologize for apartheid, don't apologize for being white. So this is a sacred cow, because remember, the ANC EFF MK requires all South African blacks to just think as victims and all whites to think as those who owe everybody an apology. And that's how you push through all the policies that they've been pushing. But that sacred cow being slaughtered as we speak. But this is where it's important. All the way till now, you had the black parties who are black supremacists. Their opposition has been people talking about economic growth. And so for the average South African has never heard the words economic growth. Someone says, no, they have, because we talk about it. Yes, but that was the opposite of black supremacy. So economic growth has been positioned and framed as apartheid denialism. And so many black people will, for the first time, when they listen to the DA, ACDP, Freedom Front Plus, anyone else talk about economic growth, it will be the first time that they actually hear those terms and listen. Why? We have the EFF, ANC, black supremacists on the left, but now you have proper white supremacist talking points coming from black mouths, so they're more powerful. And guess what? The average person in South Africa will not go with either side of the extremes, and they'll start listening to the middle. So now when we speak about the economy and how it functions and how jobs can be created, as this message is going out on the other side, which is black white and neutralizes, the average sober moderate person will begin to listen to what people are saying about economic growth, because up till today economic growth has been a proxy for apartheid denialism. These Freedom Front people who saying blacks can't govern, whites can, let them argue with the EFF and the ANC. Guess what? Now that they're busy debating with each other, you now have the real common sense voice all of a sudden will begin to make sense to South Africans. Because every time you've spoken about GDP per capita, nobody heard you, because that was the opposite of black empowerment. But now guess what? You have a white empowerment campaign running, evens the playing field, and suddenly ears and hearts will be open to hear. This is extra good news. If I had the opportunity to speak to Corne Mulder or Peter Groenewald, I would say, please don't get involved with this conversation. Don't lean into it. Don't back out of it. Don't explain it. Don't give background. Say nothing about it except the Freedom Front Plus is open to all, and these are our policies, this is our plan, this is what we're doing, and just talk about Freedom Front Plus. Don't touch this conversation. Don't try soften it and say, no, we're not saying we'll govern better because we're white. Don't get involved. First of all, I know what might be missed from people who are not exposed to the culture is they will take the words too literally and want to run with them and forget how the culture uses pictures to communicate something. In the same way that the ANC has used black to promote the National Democratic Revolution, so they never say we're on the road to socialism, they just say we're on the road to empower blacks. And by blacks, they mean move to complete socialism. So in the same way, when these guys say whites rule better, you realize they keep going into the taxes are high. They keep going to we had jobs. See, the white is being used as a proxy for free markets and economic things. So don't get involved is what I would say to Freedom Front Plus. This is the script, full script, not a word more. The Freedom Front Plus is open to all, and then just talk Freedom Front stuff. Don't touch this conversation, okay? Please, for the sake of our country, we'll be out here beginning to talk about economic growth, and it is for the first time that a South African will think about what is in their favor. My biblical reaction, because the weapons we use to wage war are not worldly. On the contrary, they have God's power for demolishing strongholds. We demolish arguments. I know there are many people who will be uncomfortable with the type of talk that's being made on those videos. But you see, you need a bulldozer when you come to a forest. Before you come with shovels and try to build little houses, you need a bulldozer first. And this is a necessary bulldozer to demolish the stronghold of black victimhood and black anger. And this is what will do it. Because many people think you've got to baby black people through thinking about it. Nah, won't work. You need that guy that says, you're crazy. We're being abused by the black guys. We're going with this white guy. Beautiful. Because it is demolishing a stronghold of the Marxist doctrine over South Africa. So, I'm very excited. And so, I want to thank all of you, our prosperity pledgers. Even the time that we were off, your encouragement has always been with us. And if you're not a pledger, please go down and click the link at the bottom, and we'll see you on the other side. If you say, I like what you're doing, keep going. We appreciate that little bit of encouragement. So, before I do my No Man Can Serve Two Masters, I think what should be happening right now, if I was Corne Mulder, if I was Peter Groenewald, I'd be saying nothing, but I'd be dancing. Who said white men can't dance?
Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me. I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirst. Psychotic with this logic, you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic. Got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want it, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this.
The man got beat. No man can serve two masters. Either you love the one or hate the other, or you despise the one and honor the other. You cannot serve God and Karl Marx. Let's make history together. Prosperity pledges, I appreciate you with all of my heart. Mwah. Cheers.